Right on. Today's public service announcement from Miller's Lawyers is about arbitration clauses. I bet you very few people know how many times they have agreed to mandatory arbitration when they click agree to alter. What corporations have started doing is burying in the fine print. And sometimes you click to read the fine print, and then there's a link that you click on in the fine print to go to another one. They will bury 3 deep sometimes these agreement, what is essentially an agreement to do arbitration if something goes wrong. Case in point, this should shock everybody. There are millions of Disney Plus subscribers, right, who subscribe to a channel that gives them their favorite movies. When you sign up for Disney Plus, you agree to the terms. Buried in the terms is that if you ever have a lawsuit against the Disney Corporation, you have to go through mandatory arbitration, and the arbitrator is selected by the corporation. And then that person will decide what your compensation level is. And this recently came up in a case in Florida, where a family went to Disney World, and the mom, who was a doctor, had a very serious allergy to, I don't know if it was peanuts or what it was, declared it. Manager came out and said, nothing in this, served her a meal that actually had it in, and the doctor died. And when they tried to sue for wrongful death, the Disney Corporation dug up the fact that that lady had subscribed to Disney Plus in her North Carolina home. And because she had subscribed to Disney Plus, a TV service or a movie provider, they were telling her that she could not take it to a jury. She could not exercise her rights to a trial, and that she had to go to an arbitrator hired by Disney. Now, the public outrage that came from that, I think Disney moved away from that because it was such a horrific mistake that caused the death of this woman. I think that they're lucky that they weren't charged criminally, the person who served that dish, because a woman died. But that's a case in point that you don't know that you've waived your rights. The same thing happens with Uber. When you agree to download the Uber app, you don't know that you have waived your right to a jury trial should that Uber driver get into an accident. You have to go to arbitration, which can severely limit what you could get in terms of compensation. I think that's really relevant because if you look at Google what Uber requires from a driver, minimum 1 year of driving experience if you're over 25. If you're under 25, 3 years of driving experience, and you have to show proof of a license. So Uber makes billions of dollars selling you drivers and rides. And if you get in an accident because the driver sucks, doesn't know what to do, isn't even used to driving in Canada, and you get turned into a paraplegic, are you aware that you have to go through arbitration, that you can't go through the traditional avenues to get the compensation you deserve? We need to pay way more attention to hidden arbitration clauses that are in our contracts. And if you have any questions about that, how it could affect a case you may have, feel free to reach out.